My voice class twice. I need everyone paying attention up here. Just take away from your guided notes for 1 second. Just so we're all on the same page. Ladies, thank you. Okay, so, question. Is compromise easy? Is it something easy to do? Why do you say no, Victoria?
Because you have to, sometimes some people don't want to do it, and you have to find a way to make it work. And sometimes it seems like it's not going to work. So.
Okay, Aisha, you want to add to that?
Yeah, it was like two opinions combining. It's like two different type of thoughts.
Well, you're constantly, right, bumping head, and you're trying, okay, right, to be understanding, but you've also got your mind made up. Anthony.
And I kind of saw it with the territories, because I noticed how some of the territories, like Minnesota or one of the other territories, would flip from being a free state by the government back to a slave state from the government. Like,
so this was a big, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's going to be a big part of the argument about states' rights, right? People go down in history and say that the Civil War was not about slavery, it was about the states having the right. And you're right, at first they had the right to do whatever they wanted, and then Congress would come in and change the way they could be a free state or a slave state. So that became an issue. So tonight, I want you to be thinking about your compromise with the television, okay, with your brother, your big brother, the compromise, but I want you to put that into a political cartoon. I want you to put that into a political cartoon. Go to your half sheet quickly. Saying you're going to compromise is great, but it actually working out to be like that, not always the case. Are your notes on analyzing a political cartoon in your current notebook?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, someone tell me what genres you should be using for a political cartoon. Give me one thing that should be used in your political cartoon. Ta'ajali.
Labeling.
Labeling. If you want the person to look at the cartoon and know exactly what it is, you need to label it. Sam. Exaggeration, right? If you want to make it seem like their facial features are enormous, or you want to show them maybe as a smaller person and someone gigantic over them, maybe the southern planters are humongous in power compared to the little, northerners, okay? Amber.
Symbolism.
Symbolism. What could we use as a symbol for the North and the South? What could we use for symbolism? All right, Kashawn.
You can use like the Confederate flag thing.
Very good. They haven't, okay, because they did secede and they called themselves by the end of the notes. Okay, you could do that. All right, Anthony?
You could also, once I pictured the South, I pictured chains, and then the North having the key to the chains.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. What's another genre, Molly?
Analogies.
Analogies. So, tonight you are going to create a political cartoon that represents the relationship between the North and the South on the eve. Javon, what does eve mean? What do I mean by when I say the eve of the Civil War? What's the eve? Wilfredo? Like right before, like Christmas Eve, right? New Year's Eve. It's right before the Civil War actually breaks out. What is their relationship, the North and the South, right before the Civil War breaks out? What's the relationship between the North and the South? We just did all these notes. We just looked at it. Aiden?
Like oil and water.
It is not mixing at all. That's a good analogy, too, you could use for your political cartoon. It is not mixing. So, you need to do that. As symbols for the North and the South, you might use siblings, fighting, a wife and a husband, neighbors, any symbols of your own, like you said, the Confederate flag. Your cartoon should include, make sure this is your rubric, listen, at least one figure or symbol for the North. At least one figure or symbol for the South. You could label them if you want, but the person should be able to look at your cartoon and know automatically that's the South. Sam, where's your political cartoon was the guy eating the pie, right? We knew, right? we knew automatically that was connected to the story and he was just sitting there, right? Okay. At least 2 figures or symbols to represent some key events leading up to the Civil War. So you could put up the Missouri Compromise, didn't work. You could put the Fugitive Slave Act, okay? You have enough notes and information to put into your political cartoon. You can use a thought or speech bubble for your figures that explains how they're feeling, and a 1-sentence caption. Okay. So, could someone tell me, Nyasia, what is due tomorrow? Now, you know tomorrow is an X day, which is a short period, so I'll be looking for a lot of things. What are those things? Excellent. So we are going to be super busy in IIP today, right? But who in here already did their journal entry? So you're ahead of the game. Okay? All right? So you're good to go. And you can use your facts and information from the movie quiz to get your information. Any questions, comments, concerns? Because the bell is getting ready to ring. That's why. Yes, ma'am.